everyone, welcome back to my channel. So after I shared tips on how to pass the ESL interview, now I'm going to share to you about demo class. So okay, after the interview, so sometimes right after the interview or within that interview, they would ask you to actually prepare for demo class as well. But some companies, they would have this initial interview first and then would give you the topic and set another appointment for the demo class. Okay, so what do they actually give you in the demo class? So first, they will give you situations or topics, and you have the chance to choose which one you think would be comfortable for you to teach. For others, maybe they would give you freedom on the topics that you want to discuss in your demo class. As for me at Skying, yeah, they gave me 3 topics and I chose one of them. So actually I chose bad habits. So okay, with that topic, bad habits, so how did I have the demo class? Okay, so I prepared PowerPoint presentation. So there, of course, bad habits, and I had like useful phrases and collocations related to bad habits, meaning, and I have to use those useful phrases and collocations in sentences. So now I actually prepared the PowerPoint presentation. So now I have to show that in the class. So how am I going to have that demo class? Okay, so your interviewer here would pretend a student. So it's up to him. We don't know what kind of student the interviewer is. Beginner, intermediate, advanced. So it's up to us to discover. Of course, like a regular class, you have to introduce yourself, you have to ask some questions, you have to have some warm-up. Okay, and then that's the time you would know the level of the student. So your topic is bad habits. So elicit, okay, elicitation is needed here. It's really essential to give students an opportunity to speak as much as possible. So don't just give bad habits. Okay, what is bad habit? And then you give the meaning. So no, you have to elicit. So ask the student what bad habit is, examples of bad habits. So you have to ask questions related to bad habits. So in that way, you would know the knowledge of the student about your topic. Okay, there you go. So you may now start your class. How you would teach the useful phrases and collocations, meaning. Okay, so like at Skying, we really give students a lot of time to speak, because they enrolled in the class to practice speaking, and they are entitled to have more time to speak. Okay, so that's actually the policy at Skying. Okay, while having that demo class, the interviewer would purposely make mistakes. Why? Because this interviewer wants to know how you would correct mistakes. Would you just continuously teach and speak? No. So you have to comment on the mistakes your student makes while speaking. Actually, there are also rules on commenting on the mistakes. Sometimes if it is based on fluency, yes, you have to just let the student speak and then wait for the right timing to correct your student. If it is accuracy, then you have this kind of activity. So right at that moment when the student is speaking, you can already correct the student. But you have to be careful in correcting the student. You have to know what kind of student you have. So some students are very sensitive when you are correcting them. So yes, there you go. And next, while having the demo class, you have to give positive feedback. Why do you need to give positive feedback? It is really helpful in encouraging shy students. So when you encourage, that's the time they would be encouraged. They would have more confidence now to speak because the teacher is encouraging me. Then I would try to speak more even though I make some mistakes. So now the student would come, would feel relaxed, and would like to speak more in the class. Okay. And the last one. So remember that you also might need to adjust your speech to the extent that it is understandable to your student. What if you have a beginner student? So not all are advanced students. So you have to actually adjust your speech. If some companies, if they have lots of kids students, they always require the teachers to speak slowly. Or sometimes even if adults, if they are a beginner or pre-intermediate level, you are really required to speak slowly like this and try to explain the lesson in that speed. So that's why you need to know the level of the student. So if advanced, you're like communicating naturally. But for kids, you have to explain word per word, then you have to speak slowly. Okay, so there you go. So unless the interviewer asks you, okay, thank you so much for that, I think that's enough. So yes, now you can stop your demo class and again thank the interviewer for his time. So there you go. I hope you learned something from having this demo class, and I hope you have the confidence. Don't be shy. It's natural to be nervous, but if you know what you're saying and if you know what you're doing, it would be a lot easier. So good luck to your interviews and good luck to your demo class. So I thank you, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you again. Bye.